So open up your Edwards transducer set. First thing I always do is check all the connections because sometimes they come out of the package loose. So just anywhere that there's a connection, just tighten it, make sure. I think that's really the only connection there. And then in the OR, we add extension pressure tubing because the anesthesia likes that added length. So just open up this separate, and then you're going to remove both of your caps, keeping your ends sterile, and just connect it there and make sure it's good and tight. All right, and then this is what takes the place of the syringe of our previous A-line tubings. It comes out of the package just opened a little bit. So I always start by just pushing that all the way down. Sorry, this tubing's been used before. So push that all the way down, make sure all your connections are tight, and then you're ready to spike your bag. It comes with little one white cap and some stickers, so you can rip that open, pop that in there. It does not come with an additional closed cap for the end, so we open up an additional red cap. So I just pop that open into there, maintaining sterility. And we don't normally use a 500 bag, but pop that off. And spike your bag. This probably isn't going to prime exactly right since it's been used before. But you want to get all the air out of your bag. So to do that, I start by turning this stopcock off to the end of the tubing, so it's coming up out of the arrow. And then your flush activator is this blue pull thing. So where on the other tubing it was a white and you squeezed it in order to get the fluid to go through, this you pull on the blue. Similar to a flow track if you've ever used that. So push all your air up the top. And just kind of squeeze until you get all your air out of your bag. Again, these tubings aren't really made to be reused, so it's probably not going to go all the way out. To get all the air out of your bag, and then just if a little bit of fluid comes in there, that's good. If none did, just from getting the air out of the bag, just squeeze a little bit just to get a little bit of fluid in the bottom of your drip chamber. We're going to go ahead and slide it up into the pressure bag, but don't inflate it. That's the wrong size pressure bag. And go ahead and hang that up, but don't inflate it yet. If you inflate it at the beginning, the fluid comes through the tubing too fast and it like swirls in there and it creates all these tiny little bubbles that will collect and actually make a bubble in your tubing that you won't see until later.
Gotcha.
All right, so that'll be hanging up and you'll pull to activate and your fluid will come up to this point. Hold it straight up so your fluid comes up, all your bubbles, kind of tap. The fluid likes to get caught in these little contraptions. So once fluid comes up out of there, take off that cap and replace it with a closed cap, making sure to keep only touching that where you're keeping the ends sterile. Now you're done with that part, so you can close your stopcock off to that elbow. And now you're really just priming the rest of the tubing. Just making sure to work your way from here to the end of the tubing, tapping all your connections to make sure you don't have any bubbles. So kind of with one hand, you're kind of pulling that, and then you watch your fluid come through. And then once it gets through this contraption, just kind of tap, tap, tap to make sure all your bubbles get out and keep working its way through the tubing. It gets to this little part. Tap, 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 making sure to always hold it up to where the bubbles can go up and through your tubing. And then your last connection, tap, tap. You'll see it spin through. So right now, you see lots of bubbles because it's not really flowing, but you just keep watching it flow all the way out. Then if you end up seeing a little bubble right here, then I would just start again. Tap here, make sure there's no more bubbles that come out. And then you'll have to tap each connection each way.
Okay.
And then once it's completely primed, then if you're not hooking it up immediately, we switch that end cap because it's a vented cap to a closed cap.
Perfect.
And then just label it. So it comes with a sticker, so put a little arterial there, and then we normally have some extras laying around or some red arterial tape, and we kind of pinch it on itself down here close to the patient too.
Okay.
And then pump up your pressure bag.
All right, very good.